YouTube producer family, today I am back with a video about a hidden gem on Instagram that I guarantee none of you other producers know about. Plus, this video is going to include a breakdown of how I send beats to artists on Instagram, so let's hop right into the video. This isn't clickbait either, because this is something you cannot do on the mobile app of Instagram. So that's why I guarantee that none of you guys actually know about this, and it's a really cool feature that I'll break down today. So let's break down the usual scenario for producers selling beats on Instagram, right? You need to reach out, you need to message people. So let's say you message 20 people a day a week. Overall, that's 140 people a week. And it goes without saying, that's a lot of people to try and keep up with. Now let's say you're out here really hustling and you send 50 messages a day to different artists. Over a week, that's 350 people you're messaging. Listen guys, it's really important that you then go back and reach back out to those people and see what's up. How many times have you been linked something and be like, oh, I'll check that out later, or I'll check that out tomorrow, or I'll check it out later when I have the time, of course, right? And then you just kind of forget about it. And a lot of the times when you do send that follow-up message, right, they're gonna be like, oh shit, totally forgot. Let me go and do that right now before I do anything else. Boom, it's gonna be really hard to sell beats if they never even get to listen to them in the first place. So now before I show you guys this hidden feature of how we can keep track and tag people through Instagram messaging, let's talk about how you should send beats through Instagram messaging. A lot of producers have the same question, right? How do I send my beats out? Should I get their email and then send them attachments through Google Drive? Should I get their email and just straight up add them to my free beat funnel through my email provider? Or should I just send them a direct link to get my funnel sign up form where they get 5 free beats? Should I just send them that link right away? How should I do this? I'm actually going to say no to all 3 of those ideas, and I'm going to tell you guys why. 1, I hate using Google Drive because the permissions always get messed up. How many times have you guys been sent a Google Drive link and had to wait on somebody because they didn't give you the full access and you had to request access? Say they check out the beats finally when you're asleep. They're like, yo man, I'm ready to listen to these beats. I'm ready to write. I'm ready to get in the mood to write, to make a hit. And they have to request access, but you're asleep. Now they have to wait for you to wake up and give them access for those beats. It's just more time wasted. Second thing, you can't just directly add people into your funnel through your email sign up form. 3, I wouldn't just send somebody a link to my funnel, and here's why. Funnels are pretty popular nowadays, so odds are artists have seen these before, and what they're gonna do is they're like, oh, I signed up to get these free beats, and I'm gonna get an amazing offer of 7,000 beats for $5, right? Some artists just might get turned off and be like, yo, this is just some mass produced thing this producer is trying to do, right? It just comes off really spammy and not genuine at all. So then the question is, how do I send them beats, and how do I think producers should send beats to artists? Well, it's through a Dropbox folder, and I actually split this up into 2 different ways, and I'll explain this. So I split this up basically, am I sending beats to somebody who has a really well-known following, or maybe even over 1,000 followers? Or am I sending beats to an artist who has maybe 500, 300 followers who's not really well-known? And I'll explain to you guys why I do this. It's all because of leverage. So here's a quick story for you guys, right? One of the artists that I've worked with for probably over almost a year or 2 years now, I've actually got to talk to his engineer and his producer. He's a super dope dude. And when the first time I got to talk to him, I went to his profile and I saw he had producer credits for a pretty well-known artist. And I was pretty amazed and also that's dope for that guy. Just imagine if you went to my Instagram profile and you see that I produced for people like DaBaby or Future, right? You're gonna be like, yo, this guy's the real deal, right? He has beats with those guys. Of course, I don't, but imagine if I did. You're gonna go to my profile and be like, yo, this guy is the real deal. When I started talking to this other producer and his engineer, I was like, yo, dude, it's dope you have a track with so-and-so. I'm not gonna say the name just for, purposes, but he was like, yeah, man, the funny thing is he never even paid for the beat. And so I was like, why didn't you talk to him or, try to get the beat taken down, the song taken down if he didn't pay for it? And he said one simple thing, leverage. He said, why would I? It gives me a lot of leverage and authenticity because people see that I produced for this well-known artist. Even though the artist didn't buy his beat, the beat still has his tag in it, and the beat was produced by him, of course. And in today's day and age, that does mean a lot. That shows artists, yo, this guy's a dope producer and he has credits with this guy. It gives you more social proof and almost kind of gives you this factor of he knows how to make beats because this famous guy hopped on one of his beats. I know it sounds weird. It gives you more leverage. It gives you more authenticity. It gives you more credibility. So here's what I do if an artist is, less known or has less than 1,000 followers. So the first thing I do want to tell you guys is I still listen to their music. I still genuinely mess with them as an artist, right? I'm still interested in working with them in general. So I keep a folder on my Dropbox of every month. I just kind of pick through like my 5 or 10 beats that I really like the most, and I just name it like Sound Design December Beat Pack. And all I will do is I'll get their email and I'll send them a link to their email, and I'll send them a link through Instagram DMs of like, hey man, here's the beats I made for you. Check these out. Let me know what you think, right? Really important thing you do here. When you go to Dropbox, you need to make sure that you copy link and you don't directly share it with them. Because if you directly share it with 30 people, when one artist goes to check it out, they're gonna see 29 other icons pop up with who it's shared with. And even if you genuinely do like this person's music, it's gonna look really fake and spammy that you're just trying to sell a beat to them, that you don't even care about their music because you share this same exact thing with 29 other people. So you wanna make sure you copy the link and you don't share it with them directly. So now, what if they have over 1,000 or they're a well-known artist? Well, what I do is I cater more to them because they have leverage over me in this game of music. Once more, just to tell you guys again, it doesn't matter if they have 1,000 or 100,000 followers. At the end of the day, I have to like their music and they have to be the perfect fit for my beats. Me trying to sell a boom bap beat to a reggae artist is basically like me going to Arizona, one of the hottest places in the United States, and trying to open up a winter coat shop in the middle of June. Nobody's gonna buy it because it doesn't make any sense. That's not what those people need. A reggae artist does not need a boom bap beat. So once more, since a well-known person has more leverage, what I'll do is I'll cater to them more directly. You know, I'll listen to their music and I'll basically study their music. And if I really want to and feel it, I'll directly make custom beats for them, right? I'll sit down and think about what elements are most prominent in this person's songs and how can I kind of copy that and make something that I know they're gonna like. And the other thing I do is I make a direct separate folder for them. So if their name is Lil Numchuck, I'm gonna make a Dropbox folder called Beats for Lil Numchuck, and I'm gonna directly pick out the beats that I think this artist would rip up and do good on, and I'll even make them custom beats once more, just to really lock it in and give myself a chance with getting, you know, a song with them. Once more, guys, it doesn't matter how many followers, how well known they are. You have to genuinely fuck with their music and actually want to work with them. If you're too focused on sales, it's just not going to work. This music shit is all about building up relationships and actually getting to work with these people. Then of course, it's the same process of just copying the link and sending it to their Instagram and sending it to their email messages as well. All right, so back to the main purpose, right? We're sending and we're shopping out our beats to a lot of artists on the daily. Then of course, you have to take into consideration people who free download your beats and purchase your beats who you never even messaged on Instagram. These are people who find you on YouTube and download or purchase a beat, right? You should send them a thank you email and also try to get their Instagram to connect with them on Instagram. Sending messages on Instagram is a way better way to contact somebody than through sending them emails, okay? If somebody already purchased a beat, the odds of getting them to purchase again are really high because they've already spent money with you. That is literally the toughest part in this process, right? If somebody purchases a beat from you, that says a lot about your beats and that says a lot about their interest in you. That is their money for a beat. They're investing in you. You can get them to invest more in you by actually talking to them and becoming their friend, right? So the last thing you want to do is, if you're messaging 350 people a week, it's going to be really hard to sift through all those messages and still keep up with people who downloaded or purchased your beat. And if you look at this from a funnel aspect, the people who already free download or purchased a beat, they're more of a warm audience or a hot audience because they have already interacted with you and took a step that those artists that you send beats to haven't taken, right? Take somebody who's purchased a beat from you and spent money with you and compare them to an artist you just randomly found on Instagram and sent beats to. That's a way different relationship on both sides, right? Once more, you're messaging all these people. If you forget their name or you forget to keep in contact with them because of all these messages, you're screwed. You're missing out on more potential sales from people who are already purchased or free downloaded from you. So now let's get into what this hidden gem is. Like I said, you're gonna need to be on a desktop. This does not work on a mobile device. All right, so now when you're in Facebook, you wanna go ahead and you wanna go to your page as a producer. So mine's Sound Design, so we're gonna click that. So once you're on your page, we're gonna go to the left tab here and you're gonna click on Inbox. Now, this is something that I've recently found out within the past week or so. So now let's get into it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and we are going to click on Instagram Direct. So what's really cool is we'll go to my buddy PhD Beats. So What you guys will notice here on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a whole bunch of like an about section. You can view their profile, you can see their bio, you can see their website they have, but there's also a thing called labels. Now this is really cool because, right, say you're messaging all these people all the time, right? Take our example of even 20 people a day. So that's 140 people a week. The last thing, right, that we want to do is have people who free downloaded or purchased a beat, have them get buried by people who we send beats to, because odds are those people we send beats to may never even purchase a beat from us. So like I said, I started doing this probably about a week ago. So what I can do is, let's just add PhD as somebody who purchased a wave lease. So now what I can do is I can go to search inbox and I can actually search by that filter. So if I search wave lease, you will see that, we'll click it, all the people who have purchased a wave lease from me in the past week, once I started doing this, pop up. So what I can do is I can keep up with them on a weekly basis. I can tap in with them on a weekly basis. This is a way better way to stay organized. And that's the hidden gem for you guys today, man, is go on Facebook and start tagging these people who have purchased from you before. And it's a way better way to make sure that you're staying in connect with these people who have purchased, who have free downloaded, who you have sent beats to. You know, you guys can filter through, and that's basically the video for today. So catch you guys in the next one, man. Good luck selling beats out there. See you guys later.